Ghana Tonight is brought to you by
Flamingo Paint. Superior durability, superior hiding, superior coverage, simply superior.
Sasso insecticide spray and coil.
Good evening. Welcome. This is Ghana Tonight. We're live from Anusabata Desawe Kanda, also live on TV3 Ghana on Facebook and on DSTV channel 279. We're all across the world on 3news.com. I am Alfred Okanse. On a Fugu Wednesday tonight, Narcotics Control Commission holding managers of a manufacturing firm over alleged attempted cocaine smuggling at the Kotoka International Airport. We'll tell you exactly what the issues really are and how things are playing out in a rather interesting way. NPP and the NDC is set to battle it out for the Ayawaso East by-election as candidates for both parties file nomination forms. The Electoral Commission is set to roll out a new collation system. Details of that shortly. We understand the LPG may have also just pulled out a candidate. We'll give all of that confirmation tonight. Stay with us. Also, the Finance Minister, Dr. Kasiela Tufortin, is expected to announce decisive measures to tackle cocoa sector crisis in barely 24 hours. We'll tell you details of these plus more. Stay with us here on Ghana Tonight. We're live as well on 3FM 92.7. Let's settle. As always, you're an integral part of the conversation. Connect with us. Your thoughts, views, comments, and opinions are welcome on Ghana Tonight on Facebook and on X. Ghana Brief is next.
Cabinet has approved what government describes as far-reaching measures to address the current challenges confronting the country's cocoa sector. The sector is grappling with a severe funding crisis following the inability of the Ghana Cocoa Board to promptly pay farmers and licensed buying companies for cocoa supplied. Minister in charge of Government Communications, Phyllis Kwachiofusu, addressed the media after the emergency cabinet meeting with the president chaired today.
We have just concluded a lengthy cabinet meeting, which was an emergency session that discussed the cocoa sector and matters arising there. And at the end of the emergency session, decisive measures have been agreed upon regarding expedited payments of cocoa farmers, regarding the implementation of the most drastic reforms in the cocoa sector.
New Patriotic Party NPP National Director of Research and Elections Evans Nimakon says the party will back moves by the Electoral Commission for a National Economic Voter Transmission System. Evans Nimakon was speaking after an Inter-Party Advisory Committee IPAC meeting ahead of the Ayawaso East by-election.
The New Patriotic Party is ready. We filed our candidates Baba Ali received this morning. Tomorrow we are going to the regional office to participate in the ballot. But for IPAC meeting today, EC also intend introducing what we call results taken electronically at voting centers. And so they are going to pilot this exercise at the Ayawaso East by-election. And the New Patriotic Party is in full support.
Meanwhile, the Deputy National Elections Director of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, Tanko Rashid Computer, says the party is poised to increase its vote margin in the upcoming Ayawaso East by-election.
We are ready. We have filed our candidate today. As we speak now, we have officially filed. We are going to win. Our aim is to increase the margin. I mean, that is what we are going in. It's not about winning. It's about increasing the margin. We got the last time we were 22,000 plus. We are expecting to go further at least to about 25,000 more.
Members of Parliament have thrown their support behind the government's declaration of Wednesdays as a National Fugu Day, encouraging Ghanaians to wear the traditional attire as a symbol of cultural pride and identity. They emphasized that increased patronage of the locally made fabric would deliver significant socio-economic benefits, particularly for weavers in northern Ghana, where Fugu originates. The lawmakers called for sustained support to help strengthen livelihoods and boost the country's cultural economy.
Speaker, I see the declaration by His Excellency to refer us back to wear this cloth on Wednesdays as a means to energize the industry and provide livelihood support to the people who deal in this clothing. What is important for us is that as a government, we need to provide concrete support to the weavers and those who sew this clothing so that they can meet the emerging huge demand that we expect for the smoke in our country.
The Minister of Education, Haruna Idrisu, has begun assessing sanitary pad manufacturing companies to ensure that sanitary pads distributed to schoolgirls are produced locally and meet quality standards. Government is expected to procure and distribute more than 12 million sanitary pads this year to girls in schools across the country.
President Mahama directed that the Ministry of Education, through its agency, the Ghana Education Service, will make sanitary pads available to child learners in all senior high schools in Ghana and also in junior high school where necessary.
Ahead of the highly anticipated super clash between Asante Kotoko and Accra Hearts of Oak, former Kotoko player Eric Bekwe has expressed confidence that the departure of Karim Zito will not affect the team's performance. Zito, who took over from Prosper Ogum, stepped down just days before the crucial encounter. However, Bekwe remains optimistic that the players' determination to secure positive results and their overall ambitions remain unchanged.
Looking at Karim Zito's history behind playing against Hearts of Oak from Dreams FC and then coming to Kotoko, he hasn't lost against Hearts of Oak. I think it was a moral booster for the club, but it's just the code that have been changed, but the players are still there. So I think tactical discipline is going to play a vital role in this game. I should stand by the 2-1. Kotoko is winning 2-1.
There's more news on 3news.com. Make some time and visit 3news.com. This is Ghana Tonight. We're live on 3FM 92.7, also on TV3 Ghana on Facebook and on DSTV channel 279 all across the world on 3news.com. We're also on 3News on YouTube. As always, probably brought to you by Flamingo Paint, Simply Superior, Sasso Insecticide Spray and Call, Kum Tum Tum Preco. Coming up next on Ghana Tonight, the Narcotics Control Commission it's reported to have earlier questioned and held managers of a manufacturing firm over alleged attempted cocaine smuggling at the Kotoka International Airport. This is not the only story of drug-related operations. In fact, the Ghana Police Service has also put out a statement earlier, in this instance specifically in the OT region. We'll tell you about it in a bit to give you some more details on that. But operatives of the Narcotics Control Commission reported to have earlier arrested a senior manager of a company for allegedly attempting to smuggle cocaine out of Ghana. The suspect, whose name has not been officially disclosed, is alleged to have concealed the substance in a consignment of packaged gari. That's dried cassava flakes. But he was apprehended at Kotoka International Airport following what officials described as an intelligence-led operation. let's get a bit more into detail on this particular issue, because this is one that has been making the rounds for quite some time now, and then also the issues of exactly what the position of the Narcotics Control Commission is on this particular issue. And this is one that we've been following quite closely regarding what the next steps will be and what exactly are the details on this particular development. And so stay with us. The private legal practitioner, also Deputy Director at the Narcotics Control Commission, Nana Berima, is going to be connected with us on Zoom right now. Nana, thank you so much for joining us here on Ghana Tonight. First off, based on what we have been reading, there's been some information which, based on at least our own tracking of media reports, after you spoke earlier today to the media, there's been some gap in information on exactly what happened. What is going on with this latest drug bust by the Narcotic Control Commission regarding this popular food company in Ghana and the persons you are questioning?
So, good evening, Alfred. Let me first of all state something clear. I've seen a lot of misinformation going on social media within the last few hours. People are just attributing this to different brands and different people. Some are even mentioning names and mentioning company names and individual names. Please, let's stop this. The commission, neither myself nor the commission, nobody has put out a statement with anybody's name or any company's name. We never mentioned any company's name. In fact, we did not even mention any particular food products. We didn't even mention any particular food product. The host who was interviewing me even pushed, and I told him that no, I will not mention any. The audio is there, the video is there, they can go and look for it and watch it. I said I will not mention the name of any company or product that we found those things in, because they are different products. We found about 4 different food products, which were done in different times. Do you understand me, Alfred? Mm-hmm. Which were done in different times. And all this, the first one was having within it about 250 kg of cocaine, and it was arrested in Netherlands. Also mixed or shipped from Ghana, mixed with other branded food products, which is known. But you see, for reasons of the corporate image, among other things, the company itself is not, or they are not the people who did this thing directly. Some persons did this. Do you understand? So it will not be right for us to start mentioning companies' names. For that reason, we haven't mentioned any company name. The second time again in 2025 was another, that one was arrested at KIA. The cargo side or the aviation side, whereby somebody has mixed cocaine with other food products, or some particular food products. Okay? Then we got it. When we got it, we decided to do investigations on it because we didn't find a person. So we did further investigation. The very first one that I mentioned, the 250 kg, Lebanese and some other persons were involved. They have been arrested. They are in custody, or they are in court, sorry. Then this very second one came from KIA. That one, when we got it, we didn't see anybody with it. So we took the item. It was about 3 kg of cocaine. We brought it in, went to GSA to do checks on it or test on it. They confirmed it was cocaine. Then after that, we decided to keep eye on that thing constantly and see what is going to happen again. Then in 2026, the first one was around just about the latter part of 2025. Mm-hmm. Then in 2026, early part, we got another different food product mixed also with cocaine again. So you will see that always what they do is that some part of the packaging is it's a good product, mm-hmm. but you find other parts being cocaine. So that one too, that time we got it and then so that is what we said. No, this time around let's dip deeper. God being good, we're able to intercept some CCTV footages, did some review of it, went further, and we're able to arrest someone who, when the person was about to come and do it for the third time, This time around again, for the third time, he came with a different product. So that was when he was arrested. And that third product that he came with had 1.05 kg of cocaine in it. So he was caught with it. We went to check or to do SW on them. I got another person, a female, and arrested her also in addition. And I found out that they are even having machines that they are using in doing all these things. But like I said, these are persons that, as we sit here, that they are on remand. The little investigation that we have done doesn't connect them to any of these 4 or so products that we've gotten them to be using. For that reason, we can't just say that they are persons of the company. No.
Okay.
That is why we've decided not to mention the companies or the product names to avoid, any kind of wrong tagging. But the good thing is that these people who are doing this negative thing and just trying to destroy somebody's corporate brand, they have been arrested. And they are all before the court now, as we speak. The one who did the last 3 consignments that I mentioned, those 2 people, the lady and the guy, they are going to, they are on remand. I think their next date, if I'm not mistaken, is around 23rd or 24th of February, this year. So that is it so far. Alfred.
I see. So the clarity is important. So what that means is that, these persons that you've arrested are not managers of this said popular food manufacturing company. That you have clarified. 2, you talk about previous instances where you've had to arrest persons involved in this same modus operandi of having wholesome food products and then mixed, some of them mixed with cocaine. 250 kg, you say you busted sometime in 2025 and a shift from Ghana to outside of the country. Now, all these 3 that you talk about, did it involve a particular food manufacturing company's product, or all these 3 instances had different food products manufactured by different local food manufacturing companies?
Number of brands. 3 different brands.
I see.
The other one, the 4th one, is just, it's not really a brand of any company or whatever. But the other ones, the main 3 that I've mentioned, that the one that was mixed with the 250 kg that was arrested in the Netherlands that I mentioned, had a particular company food product that went with it. So if you look at how they arrange it in the container, they arrange that particular food product inner part of the container, and then in the middle was the cocaine, and then the outer part was also that product. Okay, this very one too. These are ones that use the kutuka that we arrested. Again, how the person did it, he did it in such a way that you will find some of that these companies. Their products being part of the illicit drug that he is trying to ship as part of the packaging that they have done.
I see. But so let's just clarify this. These persons you have arrested, they are not linked to these popular food manufacturing companies, local food manufacturing companies. You say in all 3 instances, different manufacturing companies' products were used by these smugglers. The persons you have arrested, are they in any way linked to these companies? Based on your investigations?
So far as we are concerned, from the point that we've gotten to, as far as our investigations are concerned, they are not workers, they are not part of the management.
I see. I needed that clarity. So just to then also bring clarity to that previous media reports that you are holding managers of a manufacturing company. Now we know, based on the explanation you've given to us, that these persons you are holding are not linked to these companies in any way. But then again, what does this tell you? You have just told me 3 different instances of these smugglers using the same modus operandi of popular local food manufacturing companies' brands to smuggle or attempt to smuggle cocaine out of the country by mixing them in with their products in 3 different instances using 3 different popular brands. What does this trend tell you, Nakok?
We bring that to their notice and then we will get them in. Some have been, but the others will be called in since they are different ones now. So those new ones that we've gotten, we are going to get them in. to bring them to notice that this is what somebody is doing at the backside of their business.
And based on at least you bringing it to the notice of these owners, beyond that, what then do you, I'm talking about NACOC, and I still stay on the outcome of your investigations over time. What does it tell you over the last 3 instances, that the modus operandi that they have employed? Over the last 3 instances, the 250 kg one, the 1 kg one, and then the 1.05 kg one that you just talked about.
Yes. The last, the 250 is about 4 different people. Then the last 3 that I mentioned for KIA, the 250 was Temaport, but the last 3 that I mentioned that I said is for KIA is also 2 different people.
I see, but if these 3 persons or they involved in all of this, you're talking about the 4 that you have arrested have no idea about this and are not even workers of the companies in question, or the companies whose products have been used by these smugglers. And yet, as we speak, there's no clear understanding of why these specific products were chosen and as to whether they've been successful in smuggling cocaine with these popular brands in the past. Have you asked those questions, done these investigations, and if you have, what does this trend tell you?
You see, my brother, the truth is one. People you can't sometimes just imagine the extent to which people can be evil. Because let's face the reality. If truly leaders or the owners of this company have no idea about this, and these guys are not even workers of those businesses, what will come to you to be sitting at your comfort zone to commit such an atrocity? All in the name of trying to, because you think that when you sway, or that is the means of which you can use to sway us. That when we see that, this is Chimbenma product, that one is known, so you will not be worried about checking it. So you allow it to go. They are always looking for different models. There was time we arrested cannabis. They had compressed the cannabis into alatasamana. So in their mind, it is soap. When you see it, this is alatasamana, it's soap. So you may allow it to go. If you are not too vigilant, before you realize the thing goes through. These are the kind of things that we keep experiencing almost every day. If it's not mixed with other local food products like plantain and other things, you see it mixed with different things that we keep mentioning. Because in their mind, when they do that, we've even seen or arrested the cocaine, 73 parcels of cocaine in the same Kotoka, where they had concealed it in artifacts. These artifacts that they sell at the Accra Art Center and those things. They've boxed it 3 huge boxes.
I see.
And they've done the compartment in 2 different forms. One part of the compartment had this cocaine sealed in there, and they've covered it and then loaded the artifacts on top. These are the evil things that that people are doing.
But you see, here's where my there's some more clarity I need from you, because don't you think that you stated that the companies, specific companies, and these popular brands you talk about are not directly involved in this? These smugglers are just using their products for this nefarious activity. But to the extent that there is heightened public interest in this matter, after you spoke earlier today, would it not be appropriate or bring some clarity to the public if you also, as it were, put out a statement detailing that, yes, there are these companies' names that are being mentioned because of what you had put out, but these companies are not involved. There are persons who are using these companies' brands or their products to engage in this act of smuggling cocaine out of this country. Mr. Burma.
But that is why I'm talking to you. That is why we are speaking. You called me on that, and I'm trying to let you understand the whole truth. The interview is there. Anybody who watched it in the morning will see that we never mention any company's names. That's why I'm saying that those who are attributing it to certain individuals or certain companies should stop it. Those people can take you on. We didn't mention any company's name. If you want to deal with the companies, we have our way of dealing with the companies. We would not come and announce them, on air before we invite them. No. If you want to call them, we will have a way of getting them. But like I said, they will be informed. One has been spoken to. The other two will be called because if not for anything, they need to know that behind the scene, someone or some people are doing these negative things, which is likely to affect their brand in case if they don't take care. So that's why we bring them to, we put them on notice on these things so that they will all take, caution or be careful with these things and then watch out. If maybe they are not being careful with their unused packages or whatever, then they should find a way of, if not anything, they should destroy them. I don't know how these companies, they run their things, but they should be careful. Because somebody, if you look at the container one that I mentioned, that was with the 250 kilograms of cocaine, it's obvious they had gone to buy that product from more, I don't want to say the company, but maybe from an outlet or whatever. And then they were shipping it outside it was intended to go to UK, but it was intercepted in Netherlands. They mixed it, the mixture was when they were loading the thing in the container, and it was only one container. They had 5 containers, and let's say 4 was free or 4 was okay. It had that particular product that they bought fully loaded in them. But the 5th one was mixed. So the 5th one, let's say you go, I'm just assuming that maybe you do the first 4 rows inside the container, you find the actual product. Then the 5th and 6th, you find cocaine. Then the very last part of the container, which leads you to the gate of it, you will see also a clean product. So, but for vigilance, you will not see these things. So every now and then, this is what we encounter. There was one that we arrested. The person had concealed cocaine in a textile product or textile brand. These are all evil things that people are doing, but they are in their mind. That is they can't carry the cocaine in their hands or in a bag and just bring it up to the airport or say they are shipping it. So they can just conceal it in different items or whatever products and then get them out. You are more or less trying to, destroy somebody's heavily built brand or business, and that is evil. All these cases that I'm mentioning, they are not hearsay. They are things that we have. Okay? And we are going to be very strict on these people. We are going to be very strict on them. Like I said, they are all in court. Those that we have arrested, they are all in court. Then until the court says otherwise, they will continue to be there. They will continue to be there. And that is why sometimes people feel that we are a bit difficult. We are not difficult. But we cannot be sitting here and be allowing people to be using people's brand and people's hard-won reputations and other things and be destroying them. Just throwing them in the mud.
But
the owners may be somewhere thinking of how best they can promote their companies, and you are also in your comfort zone. Concealing evil things in the things that they have, built with stress and sweat.
I see. But with what you have said, quite a number of busts or this cocaine arrests that you have made, one in textiles, one in artifacts, 250 kg in the product of a popular food manufacturing brand. Quite a lot is happening. So when you arrest these or intercept these cocaine consignments, what happens to them next? These ones that you have arrested, the textiles one, the one which was hidden in the artifacts, this 250 kg one, and so on. What happens next?
They've been tested. The last 2 are going to be. We normally do our initial test to confirm that it's cocaine, but for prosecution purposes, we go further to do some thorough examination and get certified report or results and attach it to the case. So they are going to appear again in court, like I mentioned. Yeah.
All right. I thank you very much for your time and then also that further information given to us on this particular issue, because this is one that a number of you have been talking about since Alexander Chumberima spoke earlier today to the media, specifically granted an interview, and that is what generated a lot of conversation as to what is happening and then which persons are really involved. And there's been some more detail that we've gotten this evening about the number of cocaine busts that that NACOC has done over the period and what's going to be happening. So Alexander Chumberima is Deputy Director General in charge of Enforcement, Control and Elimination at the Narcotic Control Commission. Okay, let's stay a bit further with the issues of drugs, because today the OT Regional Police Command has also intercepted a large consignment of suspected narcotics concealed in a long trailer at Dambai in the OT region. The operation, and we got a statement from the Ghana Police Service, the operation which took place on February 10, that was yesterday, 2026, was carried out based on intelligence gathered by the Ghana Police Service. According to a statement which we have a copy of, you see on the screen, signed by the OT Regional Police Public Relations Officer, Deputy Superintendent of Police John Nko, officers stopped and searched a DAF long trailer with registration number GW194309. Although the trailer initially appeared empty, a detailed inspection revealed that it had been modified with secret compartments sealed with 6 metal plates. Police said the concealed compartments beneath the trailer were opened in the presence of the suspect, identified as Amidou Jibril, age 40 years. A search of the hidden sections led to the discovery of 4,000 parcels of compressed dried leaves suspected or substances wrapped in yellow masking tape. That's what you see on the floor there, these yellow masking tapes, and it's suspected to be narcotics. The truck has since been impounded and all exhibits retrieved from the compartments have also been retained for evidential purposes. The suspect is currently in police custody and assisting with ongoing investigations into the matter. The OT Regional Police Command has assured the police of its unwavering commitment to combating drug trafficking and related offenses in the region. So this is what we do know as well. The latest coming, another drug bust, this time around by the OT Regional Police Command. This is suspected to be some dried leaves concealed in this yellow tape, suspected to be narcotics. Well, but that's not all. Today, we got a statement as well from the Narcotic Control Commission. They say that they're going to start licensing medicinal and industrial cannabis cultivation. This is one that has been on the burner for quite a while, and conversations about implementation and ensuring that this is really regulated properly. I'm going to put it on the screen. This is what they put out earlier today. The Narcotics Control Commission is informing the public that it will soon begin implementation of the licensing regime for medicinal and industrial cannabis cultivation in Ghana. It follows Parliament's approval of the regulatory and cost framework to operationalize the licensing regime for controlled cultivation, processing, and use of cannabis, and with the content not exceeding 0.3% for medicinal and industrial purposes. NACOC wishes to inform the public that licensing will be granted only to qualified entities that meet stringent requirements, including 1, security protocols, product traceability systems, quality assurance standards, full compliance with applicable laws and regulations. The Commission strongly cautions prospective applicants to deal directly and exclusively with NACOC through the Cannabis Regulations Department, CRD. And then also avoid engaging with any individual groups or associations claiming to facilitate licensing. Follow only the officially approved licensing processes and guidelines. And the NACOC reiterates that recreational use of cannabis remains illegal in Ghana. The Commission will work closely with relevant ministries, departments, and agencies, including the Ministry of the Interior, Ghana Standards Authority, and the Food and Drugs Authority, to ensure effective implementation, monitoring, and enforcement of this framework. So it is this last part which has been the major issue whenever this had come up in the past about Ghana, starting this whole medicinal and industrial cannabis cultivation. Proper and effective implementation, monitoring, and enforcement of this framework so that it is not abused. Because as we do know, although recreational use is illegal, it's going on, and that's what you have the NACOC also cracking down on it. We'll keep an eye on how things play out. This is Ghana Tonight. Coming up next, go to matters of politics. The NPP and the NDC set to battle it out for the Ayawaso East by-elections as candidates for both parties file nominations forms. The Election Commission is set to roll out a new coalition system. That's what we got to know today as well. We'll give you details of that. But earlier today, it was one that was expected to be a bustling activity politically in the Ayawaso East constituency, and rightly so. The Electoral Commission today closed nominations for the March 3 Ayawaso East by-election. Candidates set to represent the two parties have filed their nomination forms. The Inter-Party Advisory Committee of the Electoral Commission today held a meeting to, among other things, approve a technology-based results coalition system set to be piloted at the by-election. And this is one the Electoral Commission is mulling as well. Now, more on that shortly, but first, I want to take a listen and take a look at the NDC's Baba Jamal, who was given the green light by the party yesterday to contest, submitting his forms earlier today. Take a look.
I want to assure the good people of East Ayawaso that I am here to work with them. The victory is for all of us. If the party maintains the seat, it's for all of us. I am not motivated by materialistic things. I'm motivated by service and service to mankind. I am here to serve, and I'll do my best as a human being, together with my friends, the other contestants, the constituency executive, the regional executive, and the national executives, to ensure that the best comes out of me in the interest of this country.
But let's focus on the Inter-Party Advisory Committee meeting earlier today. Then the matters arising. The MPP's Director of Elections, Evans Nemakon, spoke to the media after the meeting, giving details of what was discussed and this whole technology system that the Electoral Commission will be piloting on the day of the by-election. Take a look.
Today's meeting by Electoral Commission sought to discuss Ayawaso East by-election and other related issues. I mean, we all know that it's happening on March 3, 2026, and the new Patriotic Party is ready. We filed our candidates, Baba Ali Yusuf, this morning. Tomorrow, we are going to the regional office to participate in the ballot. But for IPAC meeting today, other discussions have to do with EC to conduct a review of the 2024 presidential and parliamentary election. That has not been done, and so discussion with the EC has admitted that it's an important exercise that needs to be done. EC also intend introducing what we call results taken electronically at voting centers, and so they are going to pilot this exercise at the Ayawaso East by-election. And the new Patriotic Party is in full support. A situation where results get destroyed by hoodlums will be a thing of the past. And so we will support the EC to file a new CI to give a legal backing to an arrangement where results will be collected electronically to collaborate with the manual transmission of election results. I think by and large, there's understanding among parties that is the nice way to go. And
Rashid Tanko Computer, Deputy Director of IT and Elections for the NDC, was at this IPAC meeting as well earlier today, and he also spoke to the media. Take a look.
We've agreed that we are going to deploy 2 party agents at a time for each of the polling stations. Ideally, it's supposed to be 1-1 because a parliamentary election, but because it's just a restricted parliamentary election, they've given us that opportunity that we'll deploy 2 party agents for each of the polling stations. We are ready. We have filed our candidate today. As we speak now, we have officially filed. We are going to win. Our aim is to increase the margin. I mean, that is what we are going in. It's not about winning. It's about increasing the margin. We got the last time we were 22,000 plus. We are expecting to go further, at least to about 25,000 more, because of the good works of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and what the party is doing for the good people of Ayawaso and all that. So we are expecting a very massive win. We're thinking our opponents will just chicken out. I mean, naturally, because it's not a place for them to come and waste anybody's time. But since they are coming, let them come. We'll give them the heaviest defeats in their life as a political party, MPP. And so we are ready.
Well, so let's stay a bit further on this. Dr. Kwame Asah-Asante is joining us, a senior lecturer, Political Science Department, University of Ghana, Legon. Appreciate your time. And yesterday, the NDC had to navigate this slippery path of, that decision to allow Baba Jamal to go ahead and contest on the ticket of the party on March 3, is it not?
But it was clear from the word go that they knew the outcome. Because if you listen to what they put out, that they did not have any express provision in their manifesto, in their constitution, which says that you can annul the elections. And also looking at the fact that they were, hard pressed for time. These two factors are clear to me that they knew the outcome, that they were not going to have anything meaningful so as to stand on and sanction anybody who crosses the line. So for me, what they churn out, yes, it is a report, but for me, they were not interested in dealing with this issue head on. One would have thought that if they were minded and they wanted to, nip this phenomenon in the bud, they would have said that, look, whoever has been found to have committed some wrong is going to be sanctioned and damn the consequence. Whether we are not going to get anybody to, as it were, file his nomination to represent the party, it doesn't matter. All that we needed was to set the example so that people will become afraid and it will serve as deterrent to others. They failed to do this. So for me, it is clear in my mind that this is another case of, not dealing with the issue as it's supposed to be. Is it the case that we are getting another clearing agent in the name of the political party?
I see, but Dr. Asah-Asante, that would have been a very costly option to take, is it not? Someone suggests that you're suggesting that, look, if they were committed to this, those reasons they gave yesterday for you doesn't ticket. They should have just gone ahead to annul the results despite the time situation that we're faced with. And even if they don't have any candidate representing, although they're able to file to have the NDC have any candidate take part in the by-election, that would have been good for you. But that would have been very politically costly and extreme decision, some would say, is it not?
But if you want the best, and that is the solution, what is the point? So what they told that they were going to investigate, knowing very well that it will end nowhere, which one is more costly? So for me, it's not something that I want to consider as they haven't thought it wise to deal with it head on. I am clear in my mind that they knew the outcome and that they were just throwing something to the public for us to consume. That's all. But you see, it is because it's happening within NDC now that we are seeing. But it's a phenomenon which is widespread and it cut across all political parties. The political parties or the political actors will continue to induce people to deprive people of the right candidate who should represent people in constituencies. Through inducement, we are going to have different leaders who do not care a hoot about the interests of the constituents. And for me, that's where my worry is. Beyond that, it undermines the spirit and the letter of constitutionalism and democratic practice, that now ideas, issues do not matter, but that votes or ballots are for the highest bidder. That's unfortunate.
And Dr. Asah-Asante, can you stay with me? I'm going to go for this quick break because we're just receiving a statement from the widow of the late Member of Parliament who was also a contender for this particular position of the NDC candidate for this by-election in the Iowa East constituency, Hajia Amina Adam. She has just issued a statement congratulating Baba Jamal on his win and then also eventually being cleared to contest on the ticket of the NDC. We would have details of that statement after this quick break. I'll find out from you whether the NPP's decision to contest this is strategically and politically one that you would side with, taking into consideration the history of the constituency has been for the NDC right from its creation. We'll be back shortly after this quick break. Stay with us.
Franco Trading app.
Why settle for a bouquet when you can have a vacation?
Join us at the Chill River Resort in Cater,
where the world stops and the focus is entirely on the two of you, just you and your lover.
From the 13th of February to the 15th,
we're leaving the chaos of a crowd behind for a weekend of intimacy and play.
Think boat cruise,
the heat of a bonfire, and the kind of serenity that lets you explore every moment together.
Limited rooms are available for just 2,200 Ghana cedis only to enjoy 2 nights of luxury and pleasure,
inclusive of special decor, candlelight dinner, and wine on arrival for you.
The room is ready. Are you?
Visit mgtix.africa
or call 054-788-6258 to book now.
Your most intimate Valentine yet is waiting. Why settle for a bouquet when you can have a vacation?
Join us at the Chill River Resort in Cater,
where the world stops and the focus is entirely on the two of you, just you and your lover.
From the 13th of February to the 15th,
we're leaving the chaos of a crowd behind for a weekend of intimacy and play.
Think boat cruise,
the heat of a bonfire, and the kind of serenity that lets you explore every moment together.
Limited rooms are available for just 2,200 Ghana cedis only to enjoy 2 nights of luxury and pleasure,
inclusive of special decor, candlelight dinner, and wine on arrival for you.
The room is ready. Are you?
Visit mgtix.africa
or call 054-788-6258 to book now.
Your most intimate Valentine yet is waiting. Why settle?
Welcome back. This is Ghana Tonight. And Dr. Asante, I was just referencing this statement we just got from the widow of the late Member of Parliament, that's Hajia Amina Adam, who contested with Bajama as well. She lost with just some very few votes, but this is it. She, after all of the chaos, this is the statement we've seen. On Saturday, February 7, 2026, I, together with 4 others, contested in the NDC primaries to choose a parliamentary candidate for the NDC in the by-election to be held on March 3. Let me use this opportunity to congratulate Baba Jamal on his declaration by the party, and I wish him the very best as he leads our party into the March 3 by-election in Ayawaso East. I pray for strength and wisdom for him in the days ahead. That's the statement. It appears the stars are aligning, and at least with what we are saying now, Dr. Asante.
He has no choice than to align and then move in tandem with the party, because look, the party, look at even how it started. Members of Parliament wanted the whole process to be annulled. The party said we'll investigate. There were divisions, but at the end of the day, they are all singing from the same hymn book. We know we are too old to know all this manner of antics within politics. But for me, I have no doubt in my mind that political actors, whether within NDC, MPP, CPP, or whatever, they will continue to induce people to vote one way or another. What we have to do as a society, we have failed to do. we have to what? Set up and punish those who come with cash in hand, trying to what? Induce us to vote one direction or another. When we begin to do that, they will set up, and then this phenomenon can be dealt with head on.
And well, if you look at the electoral history of this particular constituency, it's been all NDC through and through over the period, right from when this constituency was created, at least based on what we have seen over time. And just for the benefit of putting the matters into context, in 2020, this is what we saw. That's the late Member of Parliament, the late Nazir Toure Mahama, 23,583, 61.18, as against the NPP's candidate, then Peter Kwame Nchimreku, just on less than 15,000. Then fast forward to 2024, we saw this as well. He increased, the late MP increased the fortunes of the NDC in the Ayawaso East constituency as against the NPP's Zach Rahman, who, if you look at what happened in 2020, he lost some almost 5,000 votes going into the 2024 elections as well. I mean, it's all been the NPP. What's your own understanding of the decision of the NPP to take part in this, regardless of this history, which doesn't play in their favor?
Whatever it was, they have no choice than to put up an appearance. Because if you look at the dwindling nature of their numbers in parliament, they have to, in occasions like this, they have to put up a performance, doing very well that maybe they will lose. They will not want to stay aloof. They want to put in a performance. If they lose, fine. If they win, also fine. So for me, it is a right decision they've taken. As to whether they will win is another thing.
Well, you're ruling out any upset whatsoever. But then again, the NPP is clear in their minds that they will be able to pull up something going in. You don't expect anything of a sort to happen?
Oh, definitely. But, the NDC numbers are already up. But of course, they want more. Nothing prevents them from getting that. But what we want is that we want quality democracy. Democracy where elections are driven by issues that affect the ordinary man, that are core or germane to the survival of people in constituency. And we want an election that is devoid of inducement, devoid of bickering and rancor, and it's full of ideas, and then you allow the people to choose from the ideas that have been thrown to them, the one that they deem fit will serve their interests. That is the best way to go out. And if we don't get that, we need to find a way of encouraging our people anytime there is election, so that we drum some of these ethos into their ears. And then it once they imbibe this, I'm sure it's going to change the whole, psyche of voters. And then they do what is needful to put in, to vote for a candidate who will serve their interests.
Right.
But not a candidate who will come and deceive them into believing that when he's able to induce them, they will still have their interests at heart.
Okay.
That doesn't work anywhere.
Right, and March 3 is just around the corner. We'll see how the persons or the constituents who are registered to vote in this constituency make their minds on March 3. Dr. Kwame Asah-Asante, thank you for joining us here on Ghana Tonight. But before we go, the Minister of State in charge of Government Communications, Felix Kwakye Ofosu, has disclosed that Cabinet has agreed on far-reaching and decisive measures to address the ongoing challenges in Ghana's cocoa sector. He addressed the press earlier today. Take a look.
We have just concluded a lengthy cabinet meeting, which was an emergency session that discussed the cocoa sector and matters arising there. And at the end of the emergency session, decisive measures have been agreed upon regarding expedited payments of cocoa farmers, regarding the implementation of the most drastic reforms in the cocoa sector, with a view to achieving quantum leaps in domestic processing of cocoa as opposed to exports of raw materials, and various reforms to be carried out at Cocoa Board in order to ensure more effective administration and management of the cocoa sector. Now, at 11 a.m. tomorrow, the Finance Minister will address the people of Ghana and announce these far-reaching measures as agreed upon at the end of the cabinet meeting today. So that is what I have for you right now. If you have any questions, I can take it. But tomorrow, 11 a.m., meet the Finance Minister here for a comprehensive briefing on all the measures that have been agreed upon at today's meeting. Thank you very much.
There's more of this on 3news.com. That address by the Finance Ministry tomorrow at 11 a.m. will be live here on TV3. I am Alfred Conse. Have a good night.
Ghana Tonight.